So tonight we're gonna do a video that everyone usually seems to like, which is the head-to-head comparison of my yard display versus my neighbors. I like to do this one every single year to just show off what my neighbor comes up with every year, and then also what I do every year. And it's also nice for me to look back on every single year and see both displays, and then bounce ideas off each other for next year. So I always like to show mine, and then I go walk down and I show theirs. They started doing this years and years ago, and then we moved here and have slowly progressed and into what's going to be my biggest year. Obviously my display is not fully set up. It will be on our trick-or-treat, but I just like to do this, and then hopefully on trick-or-treat I can get away for a little bit, show all of mine, and then go down there and show theirs as well. But they are usually all done, and the only thing they put out is just some little trinkets and stuff for trick-or-treat. But we're gonna go ahead and do our 2022 Halloween comparison. So over here we have our grave digger, which he is from Home Depot. I bought him brand new this year. We have this little Grim Reaper. He's like a Sunstar prop. I think we picked him up at like Party City or Home Depot or something a few years back. We have the 12-foot witch from Home Depot. Back there we have the Headless Horseman from 2021 Home Depot. And obviously we have a bunch of tombstones, bunch of lighting. Let's see if I can get him to go.
This place is filled with the bodies of those I've buried over the years. Why, some were even dead when I buried them. Others were the undead, and I had to bury them just to keep them quiet.
This guy's so cool. He's got so many movements. He's not moving side to side though, so hopefully he didn't break. Over here we have the gravedigger from Moore's Costumes. Let's break the light and he goes off. Back there we have the Headless Horseman, like I said. The 12-foot witch, she is just on lights and eyes right now. She does work, everything's good. I just have her on that because she's really loud. And we have all of our tombstones, our whole little graveyard. We're gonna add a couple more animatronics here, probably about 3 more in here. We have Miserable Marie from 2020, I believe, Spirit Halloween. She is broken. I just welded her in place to look extra creepy. And we have our Inferno Scarecrow from Home Depot 2020. He works, I just can't get him to activate every single time. I don't know, he's on, but maybe his batteries are going dead. Up here we have Freddy, Jason, and Michael. Freddy and Jason are from Lowe's 2022. And Michael is from Party City this year, 2022. We have some Rotten Patch Pumpkins up there on the porch. The batteries don't last in them very long. I haven't put new ones in there. We have a big, huge blow mold pumpkin back there from Home Depot. We got this little guy here, this little skeleton from Spirit. We have some jack-o'-lanterns here. We got the 21-inch grimacing pumpkin up top from Home Depot. This little color changing one is from Mark's, which is an Ohio only store. It's like a discount closeout store. And we have another pumpkin here. These are the Rotten Pumpkins from Lowe's 2022. We have Sam. This is the hanger from Spirit, but I turned it into an actual standing prop. I have a Plague Doctor here that I created. And of course we got fall decor and flame light. We have a strobe light here on Freddy, Michael, Jason. Got our Skelly sitting up here. We have the looming phantom from Moore's Costumes hanging up here. I got some spider webs, scarecrows, and some more rotten pumpkins. And then I have skeletons on each corner of the porch. I got one on this side, And then one way over there. Got our ram skull hanging up here. Then we have the stitched pumpkin from Home Depot. Lots of different tombstones. We have the 6-foot skeleton horse here. I have it chained up to the 12-foot skeleton. I also have Twisted Tina up there on the roof. And here was our archway with flame lights inside. I need to put new batteries in those, but I want to do that tomorrow. We have a wolf here. This is from Lowe's, like 2016. He also needs new batteries. We have some more tombstones over here from Home Depot, a couple new ones from this year and some older ones. We have the caretaker from Spirit. He's gonna go off.
There you are. I've been looking for you all night.
And here we have this hag from Haunted Hill Farms. She is super creepy. She needs new batteries too. These guys being out here all the time, cars coming by, everything decides to go off all the time. And here we have more tombstones. We got a little zombie grave grabber from Spirit and Home Depot tombstones. This scarecrow guy here I made, I believe in 2020 I made him. This year I made this guy, the skeleton sacrifice. Super creepy. Just Corpse Day Home Depot skeleton. Made it look extra nasty. Looks really cool hanging up here. And then to go with the sacrificial deal, I made some like kind of Blair Witch looking tombstones. The old sticks with rope tied together. And up here on my awning, we have 2 skeletons hanging off the side here. This whole section over here is my wife's idea. So we got those guys up there. This over here, put some blue lights here. We have Rusty, which was my very first animatronic I ever purchased. He doesn't work, and Demonic Dahlia doesn't work. So we went ahead and put these up here. I just mounted a creepy head on her. So these guys are gonna be sitting over here this year. Instead of out front and center, we're gonna put the ones that work out front. Then we have this guy right here. I'll give you a view from the road. Everything's looking pretty cool. Definitely a lot going on this year. Got a lot more stuff out than I normally do. We'll do a quick walk by. Show you everything here. All my lighting. And this year, the biggest difference for me is I don't have any corn other than that little bit on that sacrificial thing I made. I don't have any on the archway like normal. I don't have any lining the far side like normal. I don't have it all over the porch like I normally do. I have no corn. It's just too much of an ordeal this year, and I never had time to go get any. So we just nixed it from the whole plan this year. So maybe next year, we'll get some corn. But it's gonna be awesome nonetheless without that. But right now we're gonna go ahead and go down to my neighbor's house and show you what their house looks like. All right guys, here is my neighbor's display. Their stuff is super loud. Some of their stuff doesn't work anymore. This guy's really broken. Inferno Reaper from 2021 Home Depot. And they have the 12-foot mummy from Lowe's this year. They moved Experimental Eddie down here. I'm pretty sure he doesn't work anymore. Oh, there he goes. And he doesn't move, he's busted. There's a werewolf here. I forget where that's from. That might be Lowe's or Home Depot a couple years back. Bunch of scarecrows. They have fencing with lighting. They have such a bigger yard than me, so we got a lot more to work with here. Got a witch. They got some grim reapers up there. And some witches up on the porch. Really cool. Got the sitting scarecrow right here. And the Jack in the Box. There he goes.
I see that you
Got the infamous Johnny Punk. And they got Jack Straw up there on the hay bales. This guy they just got, and he is extremely loud.
into the unknown beyond. Get ready for some fun.
He's almost like my Reaper that I have up on the porch.
At
Same
last
hands,
you are
same
here.
face.
Come closer.
He's really
I will
cool. They
escort
just put
you
him
into
out
the
Friday.
shadows of the night.
So up there, they have some more witches. They got a witch hanging here.
I see that you finally found it. I've heard that this place is a cursed
They got
patch
their
of
grave
land.
digger, but he no longer works, but he
Buried
talks.
bodies will rise back up from the ground and reclaim the souls of others. I doubt that's true, but I'm gonna keep this shovel handy just in case.
And back here, they have their whole cemetery here. All their tombstones. Got another werewolf back there. And over here, they have Freddy, the same one I have. They have another Grim Reaper and some pumpkin dude back here. These guys are really cool. I almost bought that Reaper this year, but I decided not to. Over here we got Jason Voorhees. This is the old school Jemmy one. This is a really creepy looking one. Here they got a little display. Little skeleton pirates roasting marshmallows over a fire. It's a pretty cool idea they did there. They have the same headless horseman, but theirs needs new batteries. Mine was just doing that, and I replaced them today. Then they have the 12-foot witch from Home Depot. I don't think she's ever been on this year because these are stupid, and you have to come out here and turn them on every single night. So if they want this on, they got to come out and physically turn it on. It's dumb. Poor design by Home Depot. And here they have a giant tarantula. Over here they have the same headless horseman that I have. This is the one I've wanted for years, and I finally was able to get it. This is the first one I saw when I first moved here, and this is the one they had, and I needed to have it, so I finally bought it this year. They have a really cool setup. They got this huge carriage with a bunch of reapers and zombies things on here, and he's just really cool. I love this animatronic. He's always been a favorite for me, and I finally was able to buy my own this year. So I'm gonna go ahead and step back from the road and give you a view. Now obviously, like I said, they have a lot more space to deal with here. Their front display is incredible. And like I've always said, there is a vast difference between me and them because they use all white lights so you see everything really well. I like to use colored lights just to give you that creepy vibe. Their display is awesome. I love it. Got that big hand up there on the arch. You can see everything really well. As you can see, I've slowly started incorporating white lights into mine, but I don't think I'll ever go full on white lighting.
Come out and play. What took you so long? You made a big
Their display
mistake
is
coming
super
over
cool.
here. I'll give you a 3-second head start.
And their
to get
house too
lost.
is amazing.
1,
It's an old Victorian looking house.
3.
So they already have the creep factor with the house.
You call it crap. You know
Super cool setup. I love it. It's just fun that every year we each go more, we put more stuff out, we buy more stuff. I go bigger, they go bigger. It's just really cool to have this. And they got so much room. They could add so much stuff here where I'm extremely limited. It's just cool that I have neighbors that love to decorate. And every single year they switch it up so nothing's ever sitting in the same exact spot every single year. Kind of like me, I change things up every now and again. It's a really cool setup. I like how they have everything set this year. Looks really good. That's gonna do it for my neighbor's yard haunt versus mine. Let me know down below in the comments what you think of each individual one. Curious to see what you guys think. I like to do things a little bit differently than they do. Like I said, I have been incorporating white lighting, like you have one there. I have one on the Headless Horseman, and I have one here on this Gravedigger. But I like to use colorful lighting. I just think it gives it a whole different vibe. Obviously, like the purples and the blues, the reds in the graveyard. Just gives it a different vibe than just all white lights and my house lit up like an airport runway. But that's gonna do it for today's update. I appreciate all you guys. Thank you all for watching. And until tomorrow, happy haunting.